After at least one employee files a weekly claim, you will receive a payment report. Reviewing payment reports is a required employer representative responsibility. These reports contain details of what the employees reported on their weekly claims. Payment reports are posted to your organization's eServices account and are sent to you by U.S. Mail weekly. When reviewing the payment report, compare what employees reported on their weekly claims with the employer's payroll records. A sample payment report is shown here on screen. First, you'll see the names of the employees and the last four digits of their Social Security numbers. Next, week paid is the week ending date of the claim that was submitted. It is always a Saturday date. You may see an employee's name listed several times. This means that several weeks were processed at one time during the prior week. Hours worked is the number of hours the employee reported that they worked that week. SVH hours is the number of paid sick, vacation, or holiday hours reported by the employee for the week. Earnings is the gross earnings reported by the employee for the week, which includes both hours worked as well as sick, vacation, and holiday pay. Amount paid is the unemployment payment amount issued for that week. Avail shows if the employee reported that they were able and available for all scheduled hours, and SW payment shows if they received the SharedWork benefit for that week. Shown on screen is a portion of a sample payment report. The columns being described are circled in orange. We sent you 3 forms in your welcome email to help you manage your SharedWork plan. The first form is the weekly claim correction form. If you find a discrepancy between your records and any items listed on the payment report, you are required to submit a correction form within 10 days of receiving the payment report. This is important because we may have paid them improperly. Prior to submitting a correction form, make sure the full Social Security number is included. Week ending date is always a Saturday. The sum of columns in Section 2 equals the total in Section 3 for each row. You have signed the form. The employee had the opportunity to review the changes, mark if they agree or disagree, and sign the form. You can still submit the form without their signature, but it may set an issue on the claim. Use the correction form only to report inaccuracies on the weekly claim. Do not use the correction form to add employees to your SharedWork plan. Shown on screen is an example of the weekly claim correction form. Circled in orange are sections 2 and 3, showing the hours worked, net pay, and totals. Use the correction form to report if your employees are not able or available to work for a specific week or weeks. If they took unpaid time off for any scheduled hours, this needs to be reported in the Leave Without Pay section. As a reminder, if employees took time off but were paid for all scheduled hours, we consider them available for work. Also, please remember that employees are not required to be available for additional work if it's offered less than 24 hours in advance. Shown on screen is an example of the weekly claim correction form. Section 4 is circled in orange, showing the Leave Without Pay columns. Find this information and more at sharedworkwa.com. Employees may find more information regarding their unemployment benefits at esd.wa.gov. Thank you for taking the time to understand your role in your SharedWork program. Employment Security looks forward to working with you. The Employment Security Department is an equal opportunity employer and program. Auxiliary aids and services are available upon request to individuals with disabilities. Email esdgpui@coms@esd.wa.gov or call 844-395-6698. Language help is free. For Spanish, call 800-318-6022. For other languages, call 800-410-0758. If you have a hearing or speech disability, dial 711 for the Washington Relay.